See, it's not just about what the Supreme Court did today and what they're saying, and people thinking that Black Americans are losing their rights from the civil rights stuff and everything that was advanced. The real question is because the real question is, let me just ask the question: will white Democrats support black kitchen table issues for policies, and will they vote for and rally behind black candidates? And we're not talking about the super Negro. We're not talking about the Obama types, the super Negro. We're not talking about just that. We're talking about a regular black Democratic candidates that's going to be fighting for black kitchen table issues. That's the key right there. Because the reason why the redistricting and saying that based off of race and making black districts, that's where they getting it, because that's exactly what was fighting for in the past, was discrimination, and one color couldn't keep a monopoly on something. So now they done reversed it and made it something else. Yes, there's a connotation of what's happened in the past and the discrimination that was happening, and these things need to change. But now over these 50 some odd years, has those things changed? And can we just make a clause to say, hey, if there is some sort of racial discrimination and there's a way to prove it, that's how we could prove it and we can fight it then. But other than that, we can't make districts that are just based off of race. We can't make social political decisions just based off of race. That's where this is at. So if that's the case, then that means that whatever district it is, it could be black, white, or whatever. The candidates could be black, white, or whatever. But if there's multitude of black people in that section, will those white Democratic candidates, will those Latino Democratic candidates, will those black Democratic candidates still do the business that the constituents that are voting them in still need? So now we're going to be getting into this era of what racism and what bigotry and prejudice really looks like. And what it's looking like right now, fortunately, is looking like, again, it's going to be on black folks' shoulders again to make that decision to what is the moral code, what's the standard of what a politician is supposed to be. And are we going to continue to live in two Americas? Are we going to live in a black America? And then are we going to live into an America? Because I know a lot of our kids are going to be wondering, what kind of America are we living in? Do we have to make sure we know there's black Americans, white Americans, or can we all just be American? And then there's this context of, does that ignore all the good and bad things that people have contributed in this country by saying that you're just American? Because I feel like taking away that black part, it's like almost a diminishing thing. And I don't think it's supposed to be looked at as a diminishing thing. And I know a lot of these newer generations, they're not looking at it as a diminishing thing. They're looking at it as like an additive, as if I am American. I'm proud to be an American. And we should be making choices by being American, not by the color of our skin, but by the character, by our character.